Frequently, we consider influential industries. We consider those who market luxury goods like diamonds, designer clothing, jewelry, and automobiles. The superpowers of the world who we see on red carpets frequently control internet companies or real estate empires. But what if I told you that one of the world's richest people made his fortune in a different sector of the industry, chocolate? Today, we're going to examine Giovanni Ferrero and his family's chocolate empire. We will examine the company's formation in more detail, how they were able to succeed, and how that their best-selling product, Nutella, skyrocketed them to success. Welcome to Top Luxurious. In this video, we're going to talk about the anonymous billionaire behind Nutella. So before starting, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for future updates. Giovanni Ferrero took over the family business after his brother Pietro's demise in 2011. He's not only the cause of the expanding success of the chocolate and candy company Ferrero Spa, but he is also responsible for the successes of well-known food companies like Kinder and Nutella. Today, his business skills have yielded him such immense wealth that he has attained the richest Italian title. Giovanni's early life. Mr. Giovanni is the richest man in the whole of Italy, and the unpopular billionaire behind the prestigious Ferrero Group, a business entity that has grown to be known as the second largest chocolatier in the world. On April 2, 1964, Giovanni Ferrero was born in Farigliano, Italy. The chocolate and confectionery business was already established at the time, so he did not need to create his own. He came from a family that had already established itself as a leading company. Maria Franca Fasolo and Michele Ferrero, owners of the worldwide corporation bearing the Ferrero family name, gave birth to Giovanni. His parents were aware that he and his brother would be capable of handling the business when they came of age, but they wanted to train them anyway. As a result, Giovanni moved to Brussels at an early age to attend a boarding school in Belgium. However, his parents decided that Giovanni would be sent to the US to specialize in marketing for higher education. He graduated from Lebanon Valley College in Annville, Pennsylvania. The entry of the Ferrero brothers in the family business. In 1997, their father, Papa Ferrero, eventually gave the company to Giovanni and his brother Pietro. The brothers came up with newer divisions under the Ferrero brand and came up with a fantastic strategy to grow the firm. Additionally, they used aggressive marketing techniques to grow the company internationally. By creating various new brands, they were able to diversify as much as they pleased and significantly increase the scope of Ferrero as a holding company. As a result of this technique, Ferrero gained popularity in numerous nations in Europe, Asia, South America, and Australia. Giovanni Ferrero taking the wheel. Giovanni Ferrero and his brother Pietro had shared the profits ever since they started their successful firm. Even though Pietro was the eldest, he and Giovanni both held the position of CEO for the business. Giovanni, on the other hand, was the creative force behind it all, while the older brother handled the business's technical aspects, such as monitoring logistics and product sales. However, misfortune struck in 2011 when Pietro met with a bicycle accident and lost his life abruptly, as stated by Success Story. The official reports claimed it to be a heart attack that he suffered while cycling in South Africa. As a result, Giovanni was required to step up and assume his role as the sole head of the company. Meanwhile, his father, Michele Ferrero, took over the chair of the executive chairman. 4 years after the death of his sibling, Giovanni lost his father. He was forced to take on the role of executive chairman as a result. When he chose Lapo Civiletti to lead Ferrero as CEO in 2017, he was somewhat afraid of the pressure of running the company. From the raging profits ever since Giovanni became a lone wolf, it can be said that they were the effect of his revolutionary methods like appointing a competent person outside of the family and acquiring important businesses like Thornton's in 2015 for $170 million. Butterfinger and Baby Ruth maker Nestlé's US candy business in 2018 for $2.8 billion, and also the recent acquisition of Kellogg's cookie businesses in 2019. Nutella has a fervent global fan base that supports Nutella cafes as well as Nutella-themed hotels. But no fan might love their products more than the magician Giovanni Ferrero, the Italian who built a multi-billion-dollar wealth from the chocolatey spread. The birth of Nutella. Even though Giovanni Ferrero is known as the Italian Nutella billionaire, Pietro also contributed to the establishment of this branch under Ferrero. Pietro established the company in 1946 by opening a chocolate shop in Elba, Italy. A product called Super Crema, a hazelnut spread that was developed from a wartime recipe when food shortages were a typical occurrence, was the store's biggest attraction. Super Crema was officially the precursor to what is known as Nutella today. Ferrero has also expanded over the years to improvise and create innovative and high-selling brands like Tic Tac Mints, Kinder Chocolates, Baby Ruth, Butterfinger, Crunch Candy Bars, Keebler, Famous Amos, and Little Brownie Baker's Cookies. It's interesting to note that the Ferrero family's first job was at the famous Tic Tac, a Belgian company. The Ferrero Rocher chocolate, a longtime beloved treat, is one of the Ferrero family's preferred chocolate items. Despite the popularity of its products, both Giovanni himself and the company have sustained an exceptionally low profile, to the point where their measures of security and secrecy have been compared to that of NASA. Giovanni has been more of an engine that propels this successful family business, and we deem it to fit the pen down this report that provides complete details of Giovanni's businesses and prosperous life, which might interest you. When his father died, he assumed sole leadership of the corporation and succeeded in expanding the brand to become one of the biggest makers of chocolate products in the world. The Italian billionaire businessman has been married to Paola Rossi for many years now. And just like his public image, not so much is known about this man's private life and family business. Together with his wife Paolo, Giovanni is the father of 2 sons who also occupy vital positions in the family business. Giovanni Ferrero's net worth is $32 billion as estimated by Forbes, making him the richest man in Italy and the 43rd richest in the world. His fortune is from his share in the 4th largest chocolate maker in the world, Ferrero Spa. The company owns over 20 candy brands including the famous Nutella spread and Tic Tac mints. However, the numbers make sense when you consider that Giovanni had expanded the business to a valuation of nearly $11 billion in net value by 2015, and that Ferrero has roughly 20 of the best-selling candy brands under its aegis. Another reason for the young Ferrero's hefty net worth is also that he inherited a considerable chunk from his family fortune. So that's it for today. What do you think of our video? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and would like to hear more from us, please subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications before you go. Thanks for watching.